Anyone have any fun, snappy ideas for an intro, or do we just want to slide right in?
What do you guys usually do for an intro?
We just sort of start rambling, and then
we freestyle it.
Yeah, we freestyle it. We get right into it. But we are here with Stephanie Chen and Gabe Gonzalez on our... I think I already said the bit about this being the first 2-guest episode that wasn't a live stream. Oh, and speaking of our failed live stream, we will be attempting that again at some point when Emily's okay.
Nice.
Yeah, so keep a lookout for that if you want to watch us write bad fan fiction. Anyway, Maddie, how you doing?
I'm okay. Yeah, this is the best part of my day, honestly. All the other hours can kind of just forget about.
You can choke.
Oh my.
Okay. But I guess we can dive right into questions. The first one I got from Reddit, and I will link it in the description just because I don't want to act like I came up with this myself, because I didn't. But it is this, and it's after you die, you have to choose a single spot on Earth where your spirit will be locked in place, and you just watch for the next 1,000,000 years. What is the place you would choose and why?
So it's a spot to be chained to while I just watch the world burn.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's one way to put it, I guess. Oh my gosh.
I don't know exactly when the heat death of our solar system is predicted, but I think you've got some pretty interesting viewing for at least a little while.
What? I don't know if that would even stop the unlinking. Like, what if the world burns and yet you are still stuck in this one spot
there
in the atmosphere? There's nothing around you.
That's some Magnus Archive shit right there.
You're just suspended there, oh yeah.
Well, this
I feel like for the next couple decades at the very least, I'd probably choose somewhere like Times Square or something that's always changing and has a bunch of people coming through it. At least for the next couple decades, you're gonna have some fun things to watch.
Yeah, must be the mental time lapse must be amazing.
I was actually thinking more somewhere secluded, nature. I mean, at least what's left of nature for now. I mean, with industrialization, soon enough there'd be a city or something. People would come, but I'd love to see the development of that, and then the downfall of man, and then everything's gone to shit.
That would be kind of fire. You're not wrong.
And then they go back to nature, and then of course, the destruction of our planet because of the increasing size of the sun.
So maybe that means Times Square would be an even more interesting option after the eventual downfall of humanity, because then you get to watch one of the most densely populated cities be reclaimed by nature.
Yeah, see all the animals come back.
A thought.
Wow. Yeah, that must
Maddie,
be cool.
How about you?
Oh, I don't know.
I was thinking, that really big giant T-pose Jesus statue?
You mean in Brazil?
Yeah.
Oh
I think it's called Christ the Redeemer.
Yes. Oh my god.
From now on, it's known as the T-pose Jesus.
He's just
oh my god.
But anyway, I thought that would be a really good, vantage point. Yeah.
Okay.
It seems like a pretty
on top of some giant monument.
Yeah, it's just to chill.
Now originally I was going to say I don't know, I'd like some scenic views. I'm a beach type of person, but it cannot be an island, because if I'm stuck there forever,
deserted
island. It's gonna go underwater one day, I feel so.
Oh yeah.
So that maybe a mountain then. I'll be safe for as long as possible.
That's kind of cool. I recently
think
learned
it would depend
that
it would depend on how much. Oh, sorry.
I recently learned that the Appalachian mountain range is older than bones. It existed before bones were a structure that organisms have.
Oh my.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, just the entirety of bones?
Yeah.
Dang.
Like, there. I can't remember where I read it. I gotta go find it again. And if I can find it, I'll link it. But it was like there are caves in there from so long ago that you would expect to find some sort of animal remains, but they're so old that none bone.
Wow.
That seems like a safe, sturdy place for me where I can live out my days.
Chillin', just chilling in like no bones cave.
Chilling in the none bones cave.
Actually, yeah, I was gonna say something like kind of similar to that, like depending on being, how susceptible I am to the elements being chained to a given place, it would actually, a deserted island would make sense if you wanted to see how much the ocean changes over the
Yeah, I'm gonna
years.
say, if we are talking like millions of years here, you should pick like some like crazy natural landmark, like the Grand Canyon or whatever, and just like watch it, I don't know, become a river again, or like fill in.
You know it'd be cool? You go, I don't know, like I was thinking Hawaii, like you could see the next island form.
Ooh.
Oh, until
That'd be
like
cool.
when the
Point.
active again.
I'm like trying to remember
Like,
my geology and remember like the exact timeline that like islands form on, but that would still be pretty cool.
So many.
What if, oh my god, what if you, wait, for this question, we're dead, right? Like this is,
Yeah,
like,
I
our
think we're some
spirit
kind of
living on.
ghost or something.
So,
or
like,
we're
what if
kinda
you
just
were on
watching.
the exact, like, water spot where it's gonna, like, start, and then, like...
And then eventually you're standing on it?
Yeah.
No.
Whoa!
That's kind of cool.
Mm.
I kind of like that. That's a pretty solid answer.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think any kind of like natural landmark that's gonna change a lot. What is it exactly? Yeah, million years. So like, or like Yellowstone. Watch the caldera finally erupt and blow up the continent.
Well,
See when
You
that
could also,
eventually happens.
Plunk yourself on like what is that earthquake ring thingy under the ocean?
what do you mean?
The earthquake region under the ocean.
Like the Ring of Fire? Is
That's
it
what
But yeah, just
but that's
like
not earthquake.
just like it. I mean,
It's like a bunch
but
of
I know.
underwater volcanoes that are a fault line.
The
so it
tectonic.
causes
yeah,
earthquakes.
you can like just kind of sit yourself down on one of the tectonic.
Yeah, that'd be kind of
Just
rad.
Yeah.
Or just, see what's... I mean, since you are dead, I don't think it's going to bother you. See what's up at the bottom of the Marianas Trench?
That'd be really cool.
Yeah, you can see all the little Dumbo octopuses and all the weird like fish that don't look absolutely terrible.
Whatever kind of weird fish they got going on down there.
You can see blobfishes that they're not unhealthily blob.
I was just so fascinated when I found out that the reason that blobfishes are like that is because the pressure at the depth
the
that they
pressure
live
was-
at, like, just keeps them in a normal fish shape. And then when you take them out, they just go bleh.
Yeah, they explode. It's
That
like
is terrifying.
yeah, it's like if you took off a helmet in outer space.
Mind-blowing.
But you think that's cute? Like the deflated, horrifying face.
the illustrations are cute.
But then, yeah, I finally showed her an actual picture of like the blobfish deflated like that, and she's like,
it's a little upsetting.
I would not wish decompression on actual fish, but otherwise the illustrations.
Funnily enough, when I was really young, I mean, you guys know The Onion, right? Like the newspaper,
Yeah.
satire newspaper. I was in Chicago one day, and I was super young, so I didn't know better. I didn't know it was satire.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I remember they just added this little article with this horrifying picture of a blobfish that said they were stuck in the drain pipes of shower systems, and that like one day they might just like pop out of the shower head and then like devour the face. They're not carnivores, so I don't even know why this was a thing. But that terrified me for life. That until, and I will be the first to admit that until last year, I thought that was possible.
Oh my god!
I literally thought somehow from the depths of the ocean that these things were going to come through the tubing.
Okay, this is why you don't like blobfish. Okay.
They just took
He's got a whole backstory.
I kind of love it.
Blobfish backstory.
Conditioned blobfish aversions through the onion.
But seriously, that's how my mind works. I hear something, and then I just fill in the information for them with the most horrifying, like, imagine, like, the thing I can imagine.
Worst case
Oh my god,
scenario.
my
Worst
friend
case
told me
scenario.
this
I'm not
story when we were growing up. She said she was like taking a shower once, and like one of those nasty ass like house centipedes just like fell from the ceiling, and that has like it has stayed with me ever since. That sounds like the worst.
No, scarred for life.
I shan't do that.
Bad. Don't like. But
Don't do
if we have unless we have anything else to say on the subject of blobfishes or where we would like our immortal essence to be chained for the next million years, we can hop on to the next question.
Not to a blobfish.
Not to a blobfish.
Not to a blob.
Okay. The next one, I think it's deceptively simple at first. How do you define a sport?
Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. I am a marching band person. I was in marching band in high
Because
school.
people are always like, oh, cheerleading isn't a sport, but like, it kind of is.
Marching band is a sport. I will die on this hill. I don't care
want
what
to
you
hear. I am by no means athletic. I want to hear this. Please give me the breakdown.
Okay, here's my argument. Marching band, it's competitive. We compete against other people. Maybe not simultaneously, but it's athleticism.
Okay.
We're literally standing on our tiptoes. We're marching in coordination. We're using our breath in time and trying to keep our body from dying on the field.
Okay.
And we're given scores. We're given scores. We compete with each other. And there's literally athleticism. A lot of people, in my experience, have literally fainted during marching competitions or during practice.
It's lots of marching in the sun, from what I've
Okay, yeah. I'm
so
sold.
Exactly.
So
but
I guess like
what's annoying? You're saying?
I was just gonna like add to our like list of potential characteristics for like what a sport is.
Oh, it was like the sandwich debate. I'm scared.
Anyways,
But you were saying?
that was it. Finish your thought.
But like it always embittered me to hear the dance people saying that they think dance is a sport. Dance team. I mean, like I respect them. It's athleticism, I think, at its finest. But like also the gall of just football players, at least from my high school, saying that they didn't think marching band was a sport. It hurt on the inside. It did.
I feel that.
They kind of are on opposite for football. So
you feel what about football?
No, I mean like I feel like they're on like a specific strip of the spectrum where I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. You don't think
opinion invalid.
Oh my gosh.
So I feel like for something to be a sport, especially if you're going to take in things like, I agree with your marching band assessment, frankly, and things like dance and gymnastics and cheerleading, because like it has to require some degree of like.
You don't have to be on a team. You can have an individual sport.
Yeah, because golf's technically a sport.
Is like, and like marching band is like a synchronized sport, like synchronized swimming or skating. Like, so marching band, you have to be like in line with everyone, formations, you're moving. So like I feel like where you're coming from.
Number one on our list of like what defines a sport has to be some kind of like athleticism and physical exertion. Because like like figure skating, like that's a sport, but you're doing it by yourself, unless it's like partner skating, but that's a different conversation. So those are the two things I'm going to put forth first. What else have we got?
I think it has to be competitive. For a sport, to be a sport, you have to be competing with others. If there's no end goal,
even if it's not simultaneous.
I mean, simultaneous though. Exactly. Yeah. Okay. Because I mean, in figure skating, you're not competing at the same, like you're not on the same rink at the same time. You're waiting to see the score, and then if you have a higher score or lower in terms of golf, then you win or not. That's the question.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, that's
I'm
like
thinking of
what I was saying about like individual sport, or like it's still competitive. It's just because you're not on a team doesn't mean it's not a sport.
yeah. Because I was also thinking of hunting stuff for sport. But that usually also involves some kind of like tally or what your trophy
Yeah, like an
looks
assessment.
so yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess
yeah,
it's
so
like,
I guess there has to be some form of
so I
like
guess it would be like athleticism.
athleticism and like physical exertion.
Like you have to have like a result to
Yeah, there has to be some type of skill involved, I guess. Because even if it's not like for food, like archery, that's a sport. Like if you're not hunting.
I mean, we consider equestrian events at the Olympics a sport, you know? I mean, in that case, you're not even really the one exerting. It's the horse that's exerting
You're
energy.
also the one exerting.
In what sense?
You have to stay on your horse.
I guess in a
Like
sense that is.
the only reason the horse isn't like running around absolutely terrified is because you're there. So.
Points taken.
So I guess even there, exertion.
Yeah. No, actually though, because I remember trying to learn posting because apparently you don't have to, surprise, you don't have to smack your butt on the saddle every time your horse trots. So literally, the end goal of posting is that you're able to literally lift yourself to the beat of the horse's back only with your thighs.
Oh my gosh. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I would argue there's significant physical exertion.
That you don't
Except,
see.
yeah, that you don't see. And also, like,
don't know.
especially with like eventing or when the horse is jumping, like a lot of those jumps are like 6 feet, so you have to stay on your, you know, airborne several 100-pound beast without.
Yeah,
like
I haven't
you're
done much horse
dying.
riding, but this is all making sense to me.
For doing the like determination of what's a sport test, I like to use the golf test. Like we
Ooh.
consider golf a sport. So like if you are exerting yourself more than a golfer, because I think golfing has to do more with strategy than like actual exertion. Like yes, there is some, but it is more of like momentum and just like
the
thinking,
trajectory.
Like, what's happening around
Yes.
you?
Yeah.
If it's a windy day, you have to take into account.
Like
Yeah.
if you were like doing more exertion than like a golfer, that it's a sport.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, forget that I'm playing golf then, but I mean, in a sense, it's kind of true. Like, we're like, what are you doing?
I'm a golf hater, so.
Oh my god.
I am too. My
I mean, all the
birthday is really close to the Masters tournament.
No way.
So I get almost
Golf
zero
week.
attention on my birthday.
Listen, my birthday has been on many Super Bowls, so I hear you.
Oh
Oh
Oof.
my god. Yikes.
I love the tweet I saw after the Super Bowl this year that was like, this Super Bowl could have been an email. It really could have been.
Like the graduate.
What did they do? I didn't see it. Did anybody perform?
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know.
The Weeknd was the halftime show.
Oh, who?
The Weeknd?
Who did have
Oh, The Weeknd.
The Weeknd? Wow, I have not heard from these people in like forever.
I was watching it and I was like, yeah, I know like one or two songs by The Weeknd, and then I heard them. I'm like, oh wait, I've heard all of these songs at every frat ever.
Oh no!
The man's got some bangers.
Yeah, it's like one of those.
I mean, they're bangers. Why not? Especially for halftime. I mean, seems legit. Was it just them?
Yeah. Also, some prime memes from the performance. Which
I mean, some of our greatest memes have really come from like
Super Bowl
halftime
ads,
shows.
Yeah.
Like the left shark. Does anybody remember left and right shark?
Yes.
There's a
Was it a
phrase
Katy
I haven't
Perry?
heard in a long time.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
2014.
I remember quite a few
God.
memes coming from the Gaga halftime show.
7 years ago.
Dust all the way from here.
Mm-mm.
Goodness.
Anyway.
What was that shark thing? Sounds like a rabbit hole to go down. Just watch like really old halftime shows.
Actually, the reason why YouTube was invented was literally because one of the inventors, and this is true apparently, is that they wanted to see specifically, they wanted easier access to finding the video of, well, I forget what's her name, Janet Jackson, was playing with, what is the name? Justin Timberlake, I think it is. The guy who sings.
Oh, that whole scandal.
Yeah, about the nip slip. Literally, he invented YouTube because he just wanted to find that video.
Do you know he actually apologized for that this week?
It was a really sad backhanded apology, but
it was
really.
Yeah. But because you know how they had the Free Britney documentary on Hulu through like New York Times.
Oh, true.
Yeah. So like basically, Justin Timberlake like shitted on her career. Like he exploited the breakup to like make his music and like lyrics about like I don't know infidelity, whatnot. But
literally, Britney Spears deserves the world.
I know that's another story. But Justin Timberlake threw up this post this week saying like basically, sorry Britney, sorry Janet, like
yeah, it was really
my
sad.
bad. Like
it was not sincere.
My God.
Yeah, I don't know. This just radiates very interesting energy. It's like, yes, in the middle of the pandemic, just was so and so that happened like 7 years ago.
But I have a slightly different rabbit hole for us now, and it's this one.
Though.
And would you rather have the power to read minds or the power to make someone fall in love with you?
Read minds.
Yeah, read
okay.
minds.
It's a very hard decision.
I don't think so.
Can I turn it off though? Like, do I have to know what? Like, can I like just elect to use it? Like,
I don't know.
This is a really good inquiry considering Kung Fu Panda.
That I don't know. No. It doesn't get that specific in the question. I'm going to assume it's like a kind of turn it on when you want it type deal.
Yeah, because since the other choices make people fall in love with you, unless that one doesn't have an off switch, that would be kind of concerning.
I can see both advantages and disadvantages to that.
Well, to me, it just seems like a simple question. I don't know. I mean, I'm glad that we're able to have conversations about, like, consent, choice. People should have the right to, be able to, like, say who you want to fall in love with. I'm freaking, like, as a gamer myself, like, for so many decades, centuries even, like, just being was outlawed or criminalized. And so, I don't know. And it's not, like, to me, it'd be much easier to read minds because honestly, I'd also like to know who's interested in me rather than like having to play that mental minefield of like,
I want him to want me for real.
Is this person gay? And two, does this person like me? Like, I mean, just the first part is a challenge in of itself.
Utility route.
Yeah, so I feel like making someone fall in love with you, and it's too questionable. I don't know.
Yeah, it does feel kind of gross.
Feels a little nah.
He's a little nice guy, if you know what I mean.
No, it's also like, what aura is that power going to make you exude and doesn't have an off switch?
Yeah.
Points taken. Yeah, no, I would like to be able to read minds because I feel like that would probably help my overthinking issues.
Honestly.
You can just confirm that, in fact, no one actually cares about all this stuff that I worry about.
Sometimes it matters, though. I mean, okay, I'm also one of those overthinkers. I don't know, maybe I'm biased. No, but literally, I just can't stand it when people are like, Gabe, it's not that deep. Literally, that phrase.
But what if it is?
Phrase. Exactly. Sometimes it is, believe it or not. I don't know. I'm just
yeah, no, that's like the story of my life. Like, I'll, like, think myself, like, into, like, 4 to 5, like, meta levels of overthinking, and I'll be like, wait, it's not that deep, but what if it is?
I feel like I'm going to overthink about using the ability to read minds just so I wouldn't overthink.
Right? Yeah, I would find some way to, like, take something that should comfort me and just, like, turn it all the way back around.
Yeah, it's like my fear for you having this power would be like, it seems like a double-edged sword where you have too much information.
Although I can think of so many instances where it would be like so helpful though.
Yeah.
Just when you're in a
definitely.
situation where like someone clearly wants a certain answer from you, and you would know exactly.
But you're
what
like,
to
what?
say. Do my.
Yeah.
I'm trying to. There we go. Professor X just. There we go. I was trying to think of a superhero comparison. It took me a hot second. I'm functioning.
What was Benedict Cumberbatch? Was that Professor X?
Benedict No,
No,
Doctor
it's not
Strange.
Doctor Strange. I'm sorry.
Oh man.
It was like mind reading, some kind of doctor.
I haven't seen any of the Avengers movies except the very last one. What is it? Literally,
The last one, it literally has "end" in the name.
Okay, I didn't say I was smart.
I gotta say, quality-wise.
Yeah, I mean,
like it just got hyped
asleep
because it was the
Yeah.
end of the series. Other than that, it's just it's just a ton of CGI and no real feeling.
There was a lot of ending, and everything was very shiny and going 200 miles an hour. And I was like,
I just didn't understand it. Maybe I'm biased because I didn't have any context.
No, same though. Like, I appreciated it so much when the okay, whoever thought it was a good idea to have like just big bold letters whenever they switch kingdoms is a genius. Like, for example, it's just like a really big pan of like some hills and whatever, and it's like Wakanda, and I'm like, thank you. I didn't know where this was.
I want every superhero movie to feel like Thor Ragnarok, because I was just having such a good time.
Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah,
I heard things about it, but I don't think I got around to it.
It was good.
It's a fun time. Taika Waititi, we stand.
I hear it was very 80s influence, like in the music and that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Just because that's the context I've heard. Yeah.
Huh.
Like it came out during during a time where like a lot of popular entertainment was like 80s based. Like, what is that other thing? I didn't watch it. Stranger
Things. I'm literally wearing a Stranger Things sweatshirt. That's so funny.
Exactly.
It's right there.
No, but what's interesting though, I don't know if you guys have heard this, but it's like a sociological theory where it's called, I believe, either the 20-year or the 30-year cycle.
Thing. Yeah, the year cycle.
We're literally consumers, children who grew up during that time and consumed that majority, like the majority of that popular entertainment, like have grown up to become like 30-year-olds, 20-year-olds in the industries that make popular media, and
that makes
through
so
their
much
inspirations,
sense.
A lot of the stuff is influenced by it. So yeah, for example, like during the 1980s, there was actually a boom in stuff of like 1950s because people from the 50s growing up in that time were were nostalgic, and so that's why, for example, the first Back to the Future is predominantly about their parents in the 1950s, because literally it's 30 years in the past. Yeah. You'll find a lot of stuff like that.
Find a way.
Yeah, right? Oh my god. That does make perfect sense.
Since we're in the new decade, I predict that we're going to see a lot of stuff, and I'm already seeing it.
1990?
Literally, I'm starting to see a lot of stuff again.
I'm starting to see it.
So yeah, just think 30 years from now, people are going to be nostalgic about the 2020s. It's not crazy.
Wait, I'm excited for I am excited for the 2000s. I'm really excited for that.
Yeah, that's gonna.
Yeah, 2030.
If I ever have to see a pandemic rom-com.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say, if you're gonna be nostalgic about 2020, like Max is gonna have such a comeback.
I hope to God no. Please to God.
Hell yeah, no.
Don't make me watch this.
I was just saying this yesterday. I refuse to watch anything that has to do with COVID-19 in any show.
Don't work it into your narratives. I don't want to see it ever again.
If I ever hear the phrase, "This is the new normal" again, I'm going to scream. I just can't.
I don't want to hear the word social distancing. I don't want to hear the words mask. I don't know.
Yeah, no.
Oh my god. Yeah, but you were
I
saying
don't ever want to see this used as a narrative device. I never want to have to think about it again.
honestly, I think we're gonna have to, because like think about it, like 9/11, like a huge disaster like that. Like literally in the following years afterwards, all we saw were like TV show dramas.
I mean, it's going to happen. Like, look how many like World War II movies there are. Like, just it's going to happen.
Yeah, and I'm gonna hate it.
Right? And I'm gonna hate every second of it.
My COVID testing agent can't be this cute.
Oh my god, a rom-com about your testing agent? Oh my god.
Bye.
Because it's like it's the masked ball trope.
Oh my god.
You're right, and I hate that you are.
Wait, I just imagine a COVID-19 movie rom-com coming out, and it's going to start with them making like whipped coffee. Like that's how it opens up.
Okay, but that period of quarantine was a vibe. It was still fun. Looking back.
Yeah, it's just gonna start with like it's going to start with someone opening the freaking carbon copy of the Safer Illinois app.
My gosh, I don't know if you guys have that over there, but like, I don't know. Well, actually, are you guys UIUC students or?
No, they're from New York.
Oh, fancy. Yeah, here in Cornland, USA, we have to get tested like at least twice. Some people more, like 3 times or even more per week. And so we have this app that helps like facilitate paying attention to how we get tested, what are like, you know, if we get infected or not. It's called Safer Illinois, and it's essentially become a meme. It's ridiculous.
It is.
I love that. Meme.
No, what's terrifying is that actually lately, do you remember there's like that graduate student?
Oh yeah,
they got kicked out.
There was a grad student that got removed for like not updating his status or something, but he was actually just quarantining at home with his mom.
And he had told the university, but right now actually it's a huge scandal, at least locally, and we're trying to get a push for it to go to the national level.
There's a change.org thing.
Because the university isn't listening to us. Like everyone's literally terrified that if we just because the university wants us to, you know, maintain a very strict schedule, but obviously it's winter outside. We're busy. We have classes, and some of us aren't even living in the campus. I mean, we are lucky. Yeah. But as a result, a lot of people have been getting like very formal warnings about, you know, they might be getting kicked out. Yeah.
That's
very severe.
Oh my goodness! 3 times a week is a lot.
Yeah, that is a lot. I have a friend who goes to Notre Dame, and the campus like created this website where you could like essentially like snitch on other students for not following like COVID regulations. So all the students there started using it to file reports against the president of the university because he was going to like maskless Trump gatherings.
Oh my god.
Right?
Wow.
Collective organization.
As they should.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
Like that sounds very 1984. Like, what the fjord? Snitch on others so that you can benefit. What benefit do you get from that?
Oh, this is going to be a dystopian pandemic theme.
I mean, like, I get.
Oh my god.
Like, you know, if you see like people hosting like parties where you like, you know, you might want to like let somebody know about that, but also, really.
Like, I mean, to a certain point, I think it's important. Like, because over here in the past, we had, and we still kind of have trouble with people going to like bars. The bars aren't closed here, and there's like no limit. People just go in and out, large groups. Or like in fraternity parties, they've been better at that though recently. But I do understand if people raise a concern about that. But if it's literally just about an individual, and you know they're literally doing nothing wrong, and then all of a sudden, all of a sudden they're literally being expelled.
And it's a grad student too, so he's technically being fired, and there's no financial.
And he's an international student, so he's being deported. Like,
he's stuck.
He's being deported, which is also very bad.
That's hard.
Yeah, I mean, we're trying to get a
also
petition.
His mom is in the States. Like, are you gonna what?
That's ridiculous.
It's very bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What it is.
Hopefully people mobilize.
You said there's a change going for that?
Yeah, there's a petition on
you
Is that what it is?
You should let us know about it.
Yeah, if you send it, we'll just put the link in the description.
Change.org. Yeah, I can send it later. It's
Sweet.
pretty cool. Wow, thanks.
No problem, dude. Alright.
Because, yeah, honestly, the universe is not listening.
That was scandalous.
That's
God.
fair.
Anyway, sorry about
But we
that.
can take a hard left turn back into some dumb questions. And this is a personal
Wait,
favorite
let's
of
do
mine.
it.
The car meme with like 2 highway signs, and it's like
Skirting back into the stupidity. Is a vanilla soy latte technically a kind of 3-bean soup?
it is.
Wait, vanilla soy latte? What's the third?
Vanilla beans, soybean, and coffee bean.
Oh, God.
3-bean soup.
Ugh, this... I hate that.
It's 3 different
I
types of
hate
hot
it.
bean liquid.
I mean, you're
I
not
don't
wrong.
like that.
It is.
But why must you say it?
I'm sorry.
That's-
It's just like transported back to the times when we were calling tea leaf water and coffee bean water.
I still call
Yeah.
honey
Like
bee sauce
regularly.
from time to time.
What do you call?
Were you there when I said coffee?
Bee sauce?
Were you? No, wait. That wasn't you. That was you. Coffee is just bean broth.
Oh my god, yes, because
Why?
we were in St. Petersburg and Lauren didn't have a clean mug, so she was drinking coffee out of a bowl with a spoon.
Oh, God, why?
Bean
Why does this
broth.
world exist? Why are we here?
A lot of
What
things.
is our purpose?
A lot of things happened in that room.
Okay, to me, it's not a soup because, like, it still needs to contain, like, it's a broth. Okay, fine. I'll give you that. It's a broth, but it's not a soup because it needs to contain the very ingredients that
Chunky.
make it.
But tomato
it
soup
doesn't
is
even
soup,
count.
and it's just liquid.
No, but it's
Like,
thicker.
yeah,
It's
like
thick.
tomato soup.
Yeah.
Tomato soup is thicker because it has the tomatoes in it. You know, so it's a soup.
What is
But, like,
the dictionary
if the
definition
beans
of
are
soup?
Yeah, the bean, then it's just a broth. Like,
Yeah, because I guess,
Three
but chicken
bean
soup is
broth. I'm on
oh
that
my
boat.
God.
3 bean broth. What if you go to Starbucks and you're like, I'll have a 3 bean broth?
Yeah,
Okay,
it was
the
beautiful. I forgot
dictionary-
about the bean broth.
The dictionary is not
It's
helping me
water.
because it's being extremely vague. Like, it's not saying, like,
Do you-
whether
as
it has to be-
dictionaries are.
Well, it's like made by boiling XYZ, and it's like, okay, yeah, we got that, but like, do we have to have like particles? Like,
Ingredients?
what are we?
Boil the bean.
How exact are we being here? You know, that's not helping me.
Well, then I mean, like, a lot of stuff's like soup, I guess. I mean, the way, like, we Mexicans make, like, beans, like, fried beans, it's essentially a soup. Like, you boil it down so much so that it becomes like a paste, but, like, I mean, it's like tomato soup at that point. It's
Yeah,
like
you're
very
right.
thick, but still viscous.
Okay, tomato soup is weird to me. It's just
I don't like tomato
Yeah,
soup.
It's
tomatoes
soupy,
are
but
one of
it's
my hard no foods.
I
It's-
love tomatoes. Except grape tomatoes, because those are imposter grapes.
Grape tomatoes are great. Those ones I like. Other
Aw.
fresh ones,
Mm-mm,
demonic.
no, vice versa.
Yeah, I gotta say,
Cherry
tomatoes are the
tomatoes.
devil's food.
we
Generally,
have the
yeah.
devil's lettuce.
Yeah.
Devil's...
To make devil's salad.
to make
Devil-
devil's salad.
Oh no!
Just take some pot, some
Question:
like cherry tomato.
People call weed like the devil's lettuce.
Yeah.
I've also heard Satan's cabbage. Why are there no kale references?
Satan's
Another
king.
leafy green.
Because even Satan wouldn't touch kale. Because even Satan wouldn't touch kale. That's how gross.
Yeah,
it
I
is.
gotta say the only way I can get myself to consume kale is in a smoothie. Like, it's gotta be blended. I cannot know
terrible.
that it is there.
Like, yeah, exactly. Like, someone needs to hide my kale for me to consume.
Yeah, no, kale's
I just-
disgusting.
Bury it deep within the salad.
Yeah, I can't even do that. Also, cooked spinach, gross.
No, it's
Cooked spinach,
good.
yes.
Oh,
Yes,
it's just
it's
like
good.
it's just
Cooked
soggy and
spinach.
sad and mushy.
Spinach
I love it.
I don't know. It's flavorful. I mean, honestly, I like both kinds. I like raw spinach. And
Here's the thing.
But like, if
I
you
only
ask
eat it
me,
raw because I don't mind the flavor. It's the texture of cooked spinach that I find disgusting.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah.
I'm a soggy boy.
And that's either way.
I
also like the soggy.
No.
I love sog. I just give me all the sog, like soggy cereal, soggy soup. Soggy
Oh my
Yeah,
God,
he
see-
likes soggy
Soup.
cereal. Y'all heard it here
I
first.
don't
Yeah.
eat cereal with milk, like almost never, because I eat it so slowly that it gets soggy and
Really?
it disgusts me. I need.
I
the
literally
crunch.
Wait.
I found him that one morning. He's just sitting there with a bowl of cereal, and
In
he's
front
just
of me.
watching it soak.
Guys,
She asked me, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm making it soggy." And she's
Yeah.
like,
wait, have you
was
ever,
like-
you know how you can make overnight oats with oatmeal? Have you done that with cereal?
"I freaking love it." I have not.
You
I have not yet
should.
done that with you, but that
Stop
sounds
giving him
amazing.
Try
ideas.
it. No, I'm encouraging it. You should do it.
Thank you so much. I absolutely love.
If you make it, I want to be there to see it. Consume it.
What is it with you and encouraging terrible ideas? I told you to
Listen,
stop me from
I'm-
buying custom Magnus Archive booty shorts, and you were like, "No, do it."
I like
Magnus.
to see chaos unfold.
And now, I have a pair of booty shorts that have "Ceaseless Watcher, turn your gaze upon this wretched thing" printed on the ass.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah.
They're
I
my
can't.
favorite article
I
of
just can't
clothing
do
that
it.
I own. I love them so much.
Beautiful.
I cannot wait until I have a reason to wear them in public. I don't know what that will be, but whatever it is, whenever it is, the world
Yeah.
better watch out.
I was wondering what context would warrant you to wear something that has turned your eyes upon this wretched thing.
What context wouldn't you wear that in?
Yeah, I gotta
honestly?
say, it's a power move, frankly.
Yeah,
You are asserting dominance
Addis-
Like, I would get a
over
shirt that you just go
the
to the
plebeians.
and also make a good face tattoo.
What? No. No face. No. Would you get a face
No, the
tattoo?
temporary one.
Oh,
Oh,
still
okay.
no.
Oh,
My gosh.
well,
I also like the
You know,
some person made this beautiful
considered
concept. It was like you get like denim like Daisy Dukes, and on the pockets you embroider the QR code that leads you to the Communist Manifesto.
what?
How?
I really love like
That's
cursed
a
articles of
fine idea.
clothing. Like
That's
I've seen a
an
crop
amazing-
top that says "I have no tits" printed on it. Just like any article of clothing that like makes people stare at you with just utter confusion.
No, the QR code. Like, I like that idea.
I've never been able to wear words on my shirt. Literally everything. Okay, this is a this is a direct hypocrisy of what I'm saying. But like, no, for me, simple shirts, simple designs. I've never been courageous. I don't know what it is. I just can't put myself out there to say a message or like to wear something that has a message on me because I don't want someone to come up to me and be like, "Hey, I like that." Like,
Homeland.
I can't stand compliments. I can't stand like criticism. I just can't because I'm.
Yeah, I don't like being perceived.
I don't want reasons for like people to talk to me. So I feel like random people.
Exactly.
Like I don't
Thank
want this to like whatever I have on my shirt. I don't want them to come up and be like, "Hey, I think she wants to have a conversation about her shirt." Like, no, I don't.
No. I just no. So,
Wow.
literally,
See,
most everything I own, solid color.
My clothes, like, they express what I like to the people, but my resting bitch face kind of like prevents people from coming to talk to me about it.
They cancel each other. They cancel each other.
Yeah, they
out.
cancel each other out. That's been my winning combination for the past, 20 odd years.
Also, I love your eyeliner.
Thank you.
It's red.
I recently finally bought a palette of like crazy eyeshadow colors because I realized that I never wear makeup because I don't like neutral makeup looks, but all I own is like neutral makeup. So I was like, wait, what if I just got some colors? And I've been having a great time.
I love that.
Yeah.
I do have one more question for us, and I think it's going to be fun. And it's this one. So if this was possible, if a turtle could lose its shell, would it be naked or homeless?
I think it'd be dead.
No, that's why I said if it was possible, if it could. Like if the shell and turtle could be separated without the turtle, like in a cartoon, is the turtle naked or homeless?
Are we only allowed to just choose one?
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's some semblance of both.
¿Por qué no los dos? I mean, yeah, why not both,
I'm
you know?
very willing to hear the justifications for this.
Well, because it's like a snail, like, you know, it's like, it's its home. I mean, we think of it as its home, but it's honestly more like an armor, I guess. So it's like, it would be naked, though I don't want to imagine what
Like
naked would entail.
Like it's kind of like if you wore your house, you know, like in those cartoons where someone like doesn't leave their house, but literally they just like stick their legs through the bottom of the house and they just up and
Okay.
yeah. Like if you did that, that's also your clothes.
But it does make me wonder then, like, what does a naked turtle look like?
I've
like,
seen like X-rays and they're just like curled.
Yeah,
I don't know, like
like an X-ray of a turtle is a weird thing.
Yeah.
I do want to say though, it'd be more naked than homeless because
Yeah,
like,
I was gonna lean a
even
little
though they
more
have
towards
that
naked.
They have that protective layer, but I still think they seek like more shelter, like probably hiding under leaves when it rains and like stuff like that, you know, or like going to, I don't know, secluded places where no one can disturb them.
I guess, but I mean, like, we've always thought of it as like its home, you know? Like, we think of like the snail as its home.
Yeah,
I think that's just because of us, but if we really put more like thought into it, it's not its home, but it's a nice think about it.
It's more like its mobile home. Like that's how they get to their like day-to-day spots. But I'm pretty sure they have like a permanent residence of some sort, or I hope they do.
I hope they
It's a trailer.
Yeah, it's a trailer.
Yeah.
Turtle
shells are trailers.
I'm also thinking of like a hermit crab because that's an animal that we know for a fact can change its shell. When a hermit crab is out of its shell, to me, I'm like, oh, naked. Like, I don't see it and think homeless crab. I think naked.
Homeless crab.
So I don't know if a turtle could change shells or remove its shell and still be a functioning animal. I don't know if I would have that same instinct of what I feel when I look at a hermit crab without a shell.
I mean, it's literally connected to their bodies, though. They can't leave it. People have the false idea that you can take off, and that's led to some gruesome ends for turtles. But yeah, I mean, if you took it off, you'd be able to see like all of its organs and guts.
This is why I said like a cartoon. It can just.
Yeah, I think that's why the X-ray looks really weird. Because you see, because spine is literally the structure for the dome. And it's like,
yeah, no,
do not separate this.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that.
With really long necks.
In the universe where it's like a cartoon and a turtle can just exit. I don't know what I would think if I saw one.
Like over the head.
Also, like which? Okay, assuming they leave through the front.
What do you
it's
mean?
like, you know how in
cartoons
cartoons
sometimes a shell, would it take it off by going out the front?
Yeah, because some of them do this and it just comes off, so that's more resembling you take off your clothes.
Oh, like a shirt.
So
or
that would
yeah, I feel like it would exit like.
And like if they have, but
like
then
if this is the head,
but then if they have
go that way.
Yeah, but then if they have like the turtles getting scared out of their shells, then they literally like take their legs in and run out the front door. So that would bring it closer
This
to
is
the
also
house.
true. I've also seen in cartoons where the
So
shell is
hard.
animated like having like little leg holes, so it looks kind of like a
Mhm.
jumpsuit.
Yeah.
So maybe that would like.
I'm also thinking about cartoons because that's how I put life into perspective. And I'm thinking about, like,
This
you
one
guys
does.
watch Franklin growing up?
Yeah, as well.
Like, Franklin the turtle, he lived in a house, like a home, and he still had his shell. So that's when, like, I think it's his outfit.
That's a valid point.
The Koopas, you mean? Like the Koopas from Nintendo.
Are those not trippy turtles?
Well, when you bonk them, they just sort of recede inside.
When you
But like
bonk
they
them?
live but like in the games they live in houses sometimes. So I guess
Oh.
it is more like
Clothes?
clothes? I guess it's clothes.
It's like their temporary armor to hide in when you bonk them.
Yeah.
Okay,
Interesting.
I can see the argument for homeless, but I'm seeing that we're leaning more towards naked
I
than
think we're
homeless.
it's naked. Like the amount of data of turtles.
The
living
data
in actual
suggests
homes.
on this highly
The
professional
data,
and scientific podcast.
yeah, the
Wow.
data suggests that they're more likely to be naked.
I feel like we could write a thesis paper on this.
I don't know what
With AP
what degree it would be
notation.
for, but we could do it.
Marine biology.
Marine biology.
There we go.
I feel like it's that or
Homelessness for
I feel like it's
turtles.
that or
Architecture. My thesis is why the shell is the home.
Yeah.
home is where the heart is, and the turtle's organs are located inside the shell.
I feel like they could put that on a sign, like in your kitchen or somewhere.
And have it look like in the same style of like kind of like white mom, like live, laugh, love decor, but have it say that.
Live, love, laugh.
Live, love, laugh. Next to it, the turtle has organs. That's where the heart is, and it's where my home is.
I like it.
Oh no.
Well, we're coming up on about an hour here, and we have worked our way through our questions slated for this week. Does anyone have any concluding thoughts they'd like to share with the class?
Let's go. We could try to fuse all the questions, like the scenario of a turtle spirit chilling stuck somewhere and drinking.
The mega
Ooh.
question.
A soul.
I feel
What
like
was
that
it?
could be a story. Like, okay, the turtle was evicted from its home, and which is its shell.
Which is the shell? Naked.
Perhaps he's stuck in a spirit section because he died because of it. Because that is how he died. His shell is off. What else did we talk about? Oh, he's stuck in a Starbucks drinking bean broth, 3 bean broth.
He was evicted because he lost his football scholarship. Because we talked about sports.
Yes.
So he froze to death outside.
There's a novel in here somewhere.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh my
But I love
god.
that. I love
Novel
that for
work.
us. Tune in next week when we, I don't know, write a screenplay based on that. About a turtle coming to...
That could be a fanfic.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Seems
Title:
solid.
If home is, then my organs are all scattered. Well.
Yeah. Sweet. Okay. So
Alright.
we'll be back next week, and look out for stream announcements. We will try to get that scheduling figured out as soon as we can. Bye.
Bye.
This week's episode of the Fighting with Friends podcast was hosted by Bridget Kelly and Maddie Robbins, featuring special guests Stephanie Chen and Gabe Gonzalez. You can find other episodes of the podcast on Acast, Deezer, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Spotify, and YouTube. Follow us on Twitter at BridgetKelly98 and at MR5MAR. Rate and review us on your podcatcher of choice. Like, comment, and subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on Twitch, and join our Discord community using the links in the description. You can also help support us via the Acast supporter feature. Thanks for listening!